You're watching another episode of Gigging with Ken. I'm Ken, and we're going to talk about some of the gigs I do. I play keyboards and I sub in bands. I don't necessarily have my own band, I'm not in an official band, but there are bands that I play with that need a keyboard player because their main keyboard player wasn't feeling good, had a surgery, they can't show up for the gig, so I get hit up to kind of fill in the slot. So this last particular gig, let's talk about something in regards to remembering all your gear. Try your best not to forget gear, because I forgot some gear. What gear did I forget? I forgot my mic stand. I have a boom mic stand that I need because I'm a keyboard player, right? So if I'm gonna sing a song, I need to have a boom mic. But the thing is, I saw that there was a mic stand in my car, so I should have not assumed that it was the one that I needed. I should have came back inside and double checked, but I guess I don't know, maybe being a little absent-minded at that moment. So I just went to the gig and I was getting my stuff out of the car, all my gear, and I realized, hey, this is not the mic stand that I need. The mic stand that was in the car was just the mic stand without the boom. I took the boom off. Actually, it was the part that you attach the mic clip to. That you have to screw on the mic clips, because I was using that to be the stand for my tablet that I have. I have not an iPad, but a tablet, Samsung tablet, because this is something that you need to have for gigs. Apparently, everybody has tablets now, some type of thing where they have all their notes or whatever. So I showed up to the gig without my mic stand, but luckily we had a cool team. They wasn't mad, they wasn't tripping, because the drummer had a mic stand that he let me borrow. Yeah, he could have charged me, but he was cool enough not to charge me. I'm not even sure what the drummer's name is. I think his name was Stan. Because one thing I realized when I got to the gig is I don't really know these people's names. Only person I knew by name was Roy, and I kind of barely knew his name. But then the lead singer's name was Heidi or something like that, and then we had a guitar player. I think his name was Peter, and another singer his name was Jason, and that group was called Tone 6. That's the name of their band. Okay, so mic stand, there you go. So next time I will double check to make sure I get my mic stand, because that's not professional, right? You don't want to be the guy showing up without a mic stand, because what if they didn't have a mic stand for me to use? I would have been stuck in a bad spot, right? So anyway, we started our gig, and first of all, getting to the building was a little challenging because our loading time was at 4 o'clock, which is kind of early for me. I'm used to doing gigs later on, showing up like around 8:30 or something like that to play a gig. But this particular gig, I needed to be there at 4. So that means I had to start getting ready like around 2 something, and I left about, because I knew I wasn't that far away. I left like around 3:40. I gave myself 20 minutes to get there, and I made it there. I made it to the building right at 4 o'clock, but I couldn't access the parking structure, because of the traffic that was there. There was cars blocking the entrance to the vehicle entry for the parking structure at this building, because it's downtown, and a lot of times you have to park inside the building's parking structure. So I'm at a red light, there's a bus right next to me, and the light changes green, the bus goes, and I can't really get behind the bus because there's other cars blocking the lane, because they're parked right out in front of a hotel, and I guess they're waiting for passengers to come outside. So I really couldn't get right behind the bus. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to get right behind the bus, but I ended up on the side of the bus. So the light changed green, traffic went, and the bus was going right where I needed to turn into the parking structure. So as I'm thinking like, all right, maybe I'll slow down and get behind the bus, but I didn't want to block traffic because I'm downtown, so I just kept going. I ended up having to go around the block and catching it again. But there were songs that were on the set list that I practiced and we didn't perform them. This happens a lot of times in bands. Due to time, maybe the gig's ending a little earlier, or you're not, or something is just off or whatever. Maybe it started a little later, but it's cool because sometimes that happens in the game. You'll practice songs and you end up not even playing them because they wanted me to sing this one particular song called "Do You Believe in Me," and I've been spending the week learning the lyrics, neglecting other songs on the list just to really focus on the lyrics to "Do You Believe in Me," and we didn't even sing it, which is okay. All right, cool. At least I practiced it, so next time I'm ready. Another song that I practiced a lot was a song called "Jump" by Van Halen. That song has this keyboard solo by, I think Eddie Van Halen is playing the keyboard solo. And I've heard the song before from back in the 80s. I don't listen to it all the time, but I know this song. Dip, 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 jump. I never heard the whole song before. So I spent the time listening to it. I know they had the main part, then there was this keyboard solo. And I'm listening to the keyboard solo like, oh my gosh, I gotta learn this whole keyboard solo. So I sat here trying to learn it by ear. Then I was like, this is taking too long, so I went to YouTube and I found a tutorial of a guy who was showing you how to play it. He just basically had his fingers on the keyboard and the notations up right above. So I was following along with that. So I spent, I don't know, a nice amount of time, maybe like an hour or so messing with that. Then I would come back the next day, try it again. And there was another song on there that I was trying to get down, the intro. I mean, there's a lot of different types of songs. At least 3 that I went in and tried to practice and stuff, only to not perform them and everything. So that's just that's something that happens in gigs. Because there's other songs that other band members were practicing that we didn't do. We were gonna do "Black or White" from Michael Jackson because I'm the Michael Jackson singer, right? I can sing Michael Jackson's songs pretty good. But yeah. Anyway, that's just some more gigging with Ken. I got another gig coming up this weekend, and it's a whole different set of songs. And this time I'll be doing a little bit more singing. We're going to be doing a duet. They want to sing "I Just Can't Stop Loving You." She wants me to do PYT. I said I'll do "Don't Stop Till You Get Enough." And then this is actually going to be Friday or Saturday. I know I got 2. I got one at Banana Bay and the other one at Manila. But anyway, that's it. Gigging with Ken. I'm gone. I will holler at y'all on the next one because I can't do the cover songs because they ain't gonna work no more. So I gotta talk. Alright. Talk to y'all later. Peace.